Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to your early December reading. Time's flying, but not that fast. And I have Bandit here with me, who I've brought from home over the Thanksgiving holiday. And so he'll be in the videos here this time around. Just a quick announcement: the mid-December readings are available for purchase via the link below. Bandit, please don't cry. What's wrong, Bandit? No, please don't cry. And as of yet, once this video goes live, so feel free, the same protocol as the last few months have been. And thank you all so very much for your patience with these readings. I appreciate that, and for all of your dear support. As you know, the protocol that I've been working with for the mid-December and mid-month readings lately help me to continue with them. So thank you so much again for your support. And nonetheless, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me, alchemyu@gmail.com. Okay, love and light to you all, and let's get to the December readings. Bye. Hi there, Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your early December reading. Of course, energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little before the 1st of December, a little after the 15th. Without further ado, let's get right into it now. I was meditating on your energy, Cancer, before I turned on the camera, and I was hearing for you blatant, something obvious, okay? Something that perhaps I'm getting, not that it was not clear before, but that it was, I'm hearing stagnant, a sort of stagnant understanding, a sort of stagnant knowing becomes very much front and center for you, okay? Let us see what this is all about, Cancer. You have the Seven of Cups upright, overlaying the Ace of Cups, okay, overlaying the Four of Wands in reverse. Now, these popped out as sort of stacks. You have another stack here faced by the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Hermit upright, and the Five of Wands upright, okay, and beneath the Five of Wands upright, you have the Devil in reverse, okay, overlaying the Justice card in reverse. Now, sort of mirroring the stack is another faced by the Magician, overlaying the Mother of Swords in reverse. There's a tremendous focus here on clearing, okay, of understanding, emotional understanding of what it is this new beginning means for us. There is a certain decision as I'm getting it, okay, and again, not in the way of I didn't know and now I do, but in the way of I've always sort of known and now I'm ready to stand for that knowing in a way that is just, it's like once I've said it, it's done in a certain way. Once I've said it, I've marked my spot. Okay, I'm hearing in line. All right, now, so Cancer, and I'm hearing Taurus for you, and I was hearing Scorpio and Sagittarius as well before I turn on the camera, and I generally associate the Magician with Sagittarius, but the Seven of Cups, right, speaks of that sort of knowing, and yet that working with what we know in a way that challenges our perception of what we know. And there may have been this process that may have been cyclical of knowing something very deeply, very intuitively, very clearly even, but then being able to see that truth, I'm hearing that unknown truth in so many lights. Okay, I'm hearing it's so variable, but there is a certain point, and I'm hearing Taurus and Sagittarius again for you, almost as if they're sandwiching, right, you in a certain way. I'm getting that specifically for a number of you, of why we stand for what we stand for. I'm hearing when no one's looking, when the lights are off, what does it for us emotionally? And there is a contemplation of, I'm hearing the resources, of the assets, of how to communicate what it is that we feel, I'm hearing, is our soul truth. Our soul, I'm hearing formidable alliance with self. What is it that we resonate with, that we want to create? I'm hearing what marks the spot, okay? And I'm hearing specifically 8, EIGHT, the number 8. Now you have another stack here faced by the Daughter of Swords in reverse, overlaying the Father of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Swords upright, the Mother of Pentacles upright. You have a pair here, the Mother of Pentacles and the Father of Pentacles mirroring one another, sandwiching the Four of Swords. There is a pair, there's a duo, there may be parenting partnership that is involved. There is a certain decision that is separate from this ideology I'm hearing of parenting. This is specifically for a number of you, lots of characters here at play, but there is a focus on the ideology. Okay, I'm hearing the thinking and the speaking of what we understand not only moves us forward, but takes us where no one else can. Okay, yet again, a very personal sort of directionality. I'm hearing embryo for a number of you. So this may be speaking to sort of bearing of a creative project, of children, of right. However, it may resonate with you specifically. There is a certain focus on creative direction here. Now let us shuffle the cards. I'm compelled to keep this stack faced by the Seven of Cups upright as your theme. Okay, and we'll shuffle the remaining stack. Father of Cups, horizontally laid. I'm hearing impending. Okay, there's something about this character here. Father of Cups, with a lot of water in the chart. Okay, ooh. The Daughter of Pentacles, something almost shocking here. Okay, Daughter of Pentacles, overlaying the Three of Swords, horizontally laid. It was almost like a sudden, I'm hearing awakening. Okay, sudden awakening. There's something that becomes very clear. You have here the Strength card upright. This is Leo's card in the Major Arcana. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There is a culmination of what direction the situation moves in. There's a tremendous clarity here, and it's almost like I'm hearing a third eye awakening. And I'm getting like chills. I'm hearing Sagittarius, and I'm hearing Capricorn as well. There is something here. I'm hearing that cannot be left unsaid. You have the Seven of Swords, which fell out on the ground, upside down. And I'm hearing that I'm hearing disheveling purpose for a number of you. I'm getting that you, there's something that you know very well, okay, very, very well, Cancer, that has not yet again been a matter of knowing, has been a matter of communicating in a way that makes what you know very much official in a certain way, where it's not just you and yourself, right, knowing and feeling and intuiting and mulling over and interpreting and seeing in so many lights, but where you bring what you know from that very personal place, from that very internal place, to, I'm hearing, to show, to light for others in such a way where, right, what you know, I'm hearing becomes a single form of truth, where I'm hearing the undulations and the oscillations that it moves through. I'm hearing the variances of light, and I'm hearing and chance no longer apply, where what you know holds in every single situation, no matter what, because it's what you resonate with. It's what you see, and I'm hearing have seen all along, where there's no question, there's no doubt. And whatever materializes of that truth in the third dimension may be, because you brought you here. Your vision did. Your vision is what's driving you through the process to culmination. I'm getting that very strongly for a number of you. Very, very strongly focus on premonition as well. Whatever you're moving to, Cancer, I'm hearing Sagittarius very strongly for you. It is, I'm hearing announced. It's preconceived. I'm hearing there's a sort of shock factor, but at the same time, it's well understood. I'm hearing it's well understood. Now, you have the Three of Swords sandwiching, almost binding this Daughter of Pentacles to the Father of Cups. There may be a sort of third-party situation. Two individuals. They may be two individuals. It may be one individual, but I'm getting specifically with a number of you that, and it's almost like the feeling of what came through, and the way that these cards came through was almost as if it were a letter in the letter chute. Okay, but it's almost like I'm sealing the deal. I'm saying it, I'm professing it. I'm hearing lovemaking for a number of you. I'm setting it in stone. I'm setting it down. I'm laying it to rest. Whatever has been troubling. And there, yet again, is a clarification here of what I'm hearing as well, what has legally been. What has legally been, perhaps, the terms, the parameters. So if there's something, Cancer, that you have been questioning, okay, I'm getting specifically questioning, but understanding, moving through, intuiting, and on a very deep level, in a very sort of obvious way, yet again, obvious way, the minutia, the details of what you've been feeling in a certain way come to fruition, come to a point of clarity. Now you have here the Three of Wands in reverse, right, the apex, in between the Eight of Pentacles upright, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. The 8 and the 9, sandwiching the 3 here, a sequence right at the base. Speaking of creation, manifestation, what is the portal? What is the direction that we move into? I'm getting specifically. It comes by way, it clears, not because it clears, but because the sort of fog, I'm hearing the emotional debris that has, I'm hearing encased, held the frame of reference that is and can be only our own, clarifies. And I'm drawn to, I have a whiteboard, and on it I've written the physical body, okay, and several other things. There may be a focus here on the connection between the emotional body and that which is physical, okay, that which is also energetic and that which is material, even financial, okay, for a number of you coming through, and you have a strong emphasis here on finances, culminating in a certain way, finances and or the materialization of what is otherwise a creative, I'm hearing, profession. How we channel ourselves into what it is that we create in such a way where we're creating, yes, but what we're creating resonates with us. I'm hearing has a rebound value. I'm hearing assets, where what we create is an asset, becomes an asset, where it's not just, I'm hearing lost in the chute, C-H-U-T-E. Okay, I'm hearing letter chute from a number of you. I'm hearing lost on the trolley, on the train, okay? There is the recognition of confounding variables, and yet again, what, I'm hearing diaphragm, speak value. What is it that we understand clarifies the path, not only of how to reach a certain objective, but clarifies just how clearly this knowing of where we're taking ourselves has been all along. And it's this resonance. It's this moment of resonance, Cancer, with what it is that you've known in such a way where it's like you're now seeing it. It's now seeing you. You're looking in the mirror in a certain way as you stand at the threshold of this new beginning. Now, what is this new beginning for you? There's an emotional side to the story, absolutely. An intuitive, perhaps spiritual for a number of you. Absolutely emotional, okay. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse, overlaying the Four of Cups in reverse, overlaying the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Pentacles upright. Ooh, very sort of, I'm hearing tricky energy here. The Three of Pentacles, speaking of grounding energy. 2 threes here, speaking of creation. Now, a sequence, but almost in reverse. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. 2, 3, 4. The Mother of Cups sits in reverse, right beneath the Three of Pentacles, upright. Right over the Hierophant in reverse. Right over the High Priestess, upright. Okay, lots of major arcana here. The Temperance card in reverse, right beneath the High Priestess. High Priestess is mirroring the Mother of Cups. For a number of you, there is, I'm hearing a retraction of a relationship, a certain, I'm hearing fiscal boundary binding that has not served, I'm hearing the greater mission, I'm hearing the greater valor. What is it that we create? Okay, I'm getting that we can create as well. So speaking of potential, but what is it that we create that transmutes the processes of creation that perhaps we've participated in that I'm hearing were superfluous? I'm hearing done in excess as well. What is it that comprises not only matter, I'm hearing tangible matter, but what is it that is not created? What is it that is expressed when we are creating? And you're focusing on that now. Cancer, you're focusing on that. I'm hearing Taurus for you. You're focusing on that. It's not only the materialization of creation. And you're feeling the resonance factor that holds in the moments that I create are yet again what marks the spot, are what quantify and qualify my measure, I'm hearing, of aptitude, of success. And you have a tremendous focus here on matters of success, of finances, of career, the material, physical, tangible world. I'm hearing the ember of being. Okay, very interesting. What is it that, and I'm hearing icona, what is it that we see ourselves creating in a certain way, in a very unique way as well, as an independent sort of individual? What is, I'm hearing, our calling? We recognize that, I'm hearing backlash. There is another side to the story. I'm hearing, and it is not, I'm hearing it both ways. It is not ours, it is mine. It is not mine, it is ours. In what way does partnership play a fundamental role and play a supplementary role where I'm not forsaking what I'm creating for the sake of upholding the partnership, but where I am creating because I am resonating, because I'm in resonance with what I'm creating? In what state do I stand? Okay, I'm hearing specifically for a number of you, not necessarily forsaking the dimension of collaboration, the value of collaboration in a certain way, as we may see it, as we may feel it, but understanding its place and its time. I'm hearing marker of success, understanding the role that partnerships play, not just in terms of success, but in terms of as a point of relevance to supplement our value of our vision. The focus being on the vision. What is it that I see yet again when I'm not, I'm hearing bothered by a hare, and I'm envisioning a rabbit, like a hare, H-A-R-E, where nothing, I'm hearing in the brush, right? And if you think, I'm hearing nothing in the wild. If you think about, right, nature and the wild, and envision this lion on the strength card, right? There's tremendous focus, and I'm hearing again that word aptitude for you, this tremendous focus that the lion holds. And generally, right, that's known to be held upon its prey. But in this moment, there's this sort of, I'm hearing, higher calling, this higher purpose, this higher value, where even the lion, right, the most, I'm hearing righteous, I'm also hearing, I'm hearing long-winded for a number of you, but also sort of wild, dynamic, I'm hearing as well, of creatures, is held in pending, I'm hearing, of its own will. What is it that drives the lion? What drives the passion to not only surface, and I'm hearing resurface for a number of you, but to become one with what it creates? So in other words, Cancer, there's a culmination of understanding, of the relevance of the parts that move together to create what you want to create, what you really want to create, what you soul deep want to create, what just resonates with you. Because technically you can create, you can make, you can build, you can construct, but you're realizing that this dimension, I'm hearing, holds a certain value, has a certain place in a time of relevance, and everything in it, okay, similarly does. But I'm no longer concerned with the ideology of the paradigm through which I'm creating. My focus here is on holding the focus on my heart's true desire. And what is that for you? What I'm hearing, what is that song that plays? Okay, for a number of you, I'm hearing that. What is that? I'm hearing wind in the chime. What is it that speaks to you when there's absolute silence? I mean, when there's no one, where there's nothing to be heard. I mean, what follows you? Beautiful. There's been an intangibility to, I'm hearing, success, okay, your success in a certain way. And it's almost as if, okay, as much as I create, something just doesn't, I don't feel it. I'm holding, let's say I'm holding the coins in my hand, but I don't feel them in the way that I understand I can feel so much more about what it is that I'm doing, about where it is that I'm going. I'm hearing Candyland. I want to see the colors, and I just, it was almost like a sort of shooting star, and I believe it was a sort of fuzz that was floating in the air here, but it was this feeling of a shooting star. And the Nine of Cups here you have, right, in reverse, overlaying the Four of Cups, in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, in reverse, the Three of Pentacles, upright, and again, there's been a knowing here, absolutely, of what does it for us. I'm hearing soul deep satisfaction. What not only we do, but what does it for us in a reciprocal way. Not because you're technically giving and I'm technically giving and then we're technically collaborating, and I'm hearing commissioning. I'm hearing commissioning projects for a number of you. What is it that, again, creates me as I create it? What feeds and fuels the system? So there's a focus here on sustenance, the sustenance of creativity, of emotions as well, the emotions that play a certain part in the work that we do, as well as I'm getting not only emotions necessarily, depending on how you see it, it could be taken in a number of ways, but the energetics, okay, that back the movement, that I'm hearing find our way through what is otherwise unknown, unheard, unfelt. What is it that I'm hearing guides us? I'm hearing the whispers. What is it that guides us through ourself? Not just in an externalized way, right? Like, okay, where am I moving? Where am I moving? But how am I constantly moving with me? To the point where I'm not moving. I'm just being me. I'm just resonating. And it's that focus, Cancer, on what speaks to you through you in a very personal way that brings you to this point of exaltation, of recollection of where you take you. I'm hearing in an esoteric way as well, and I'm hearing trance, okay, and I'm hearing trance music, and I'm hearing trance line. There may be a focus on music here that, as well as meditation, very much so, that brings into shape and form the feelings that you've felt to the point where they culminate, and it's not that they just culminate, but they clarify, yet again, they clarify what they bring into form, what they translate as in the third dimension. How our emotions, yet again, play a role in the paradigm that marks our, I'm hearing, value and success. So, Cancer, it's like this. there's a certain relationship that you hold with you in a very personal way yet again. And I'm imagining someone who's going to work, okay? And I'm imagining them as sort of a more introverted individual where there is a very strong sort of feeling, sensate, I'm hearing nature, where they're interpreting, okay? It's sort of introspective nature, yet again, receptive, empathetic. And then there is this externalization, okay, I'm hearing of the cause, of I'm hearing their body, of themselves. Take it as you will, right? Could be taken in a number of ways. And there is this, I'm hearing, who am I? Okay. Why have I come here? Where do I go from here? How are these worlds connected? I'm hearing trance again. What holds value? When value cannot be said or done, very interesting. What is my personal prerogative? I'm hearing that very strongly for a number of you, specifically with the Strength card here. This is Leo's card again in the Major Arcana. And what I'm seeing for you, I almost said Virgo. What I'm seeing for you, Cancer, is it's almost as if you are shifting this lens, okay? And your hands have always been on the lens. You've always been sort of adjusting it. You've always perhaps been waiting to adjust it. But your hands have always been on the lens. You've known that it was in a certain way in your hands, okay? It's a matter of your perception. And I'm seeing you specifically now tuning in a certain way the way that you acknowledge what you see, the way that you interpret and give value and meaning to what it is that you perceive. And you realize that only you are looking through that lens. And it's every sense of perception is different. I mean, every dialect is different. It's a matter of how we quantify that. How we acknowledge our very personal perception of what is perhaps otherwise, I'm hearing conglomerate, what is a universal experience. And yes, right, there is a coherency to perception. But at the same time, how are we, I'm hearing independent clause, how are we factoring in the many factors, the many variances of how a universal principle can be perceived and can even be shaped? How is interpretation, I'm hearing, an experience for the collective body, and how is it that just simply of my, I'm hearing, shifting role in it? I'm hearing it again, who am I? Who am I? And so there's this realization that it's an esoteric sort of nature, Cancer, sort of an abstraction, okay, of, I'm seeing you specifically with a camera and you're looking through the lens, and it's the realization of, I am a perceiver, but I'm also a creator, and I'm the perceiver of what I create, I'm also hearing the perceiver of what I profess. And I'm also the gatekeeper, the gate holder of how that experience and the modality that I'm hearing consecrate, that I confirm is the way for me to give value to how and what I perceive. Very interesting. And there's this connection, okay, and yet this isolation of you and the sort of objective of your mind's eye vision. What is it that you seek? What is it that you seek to bring into form, into manifestation in a certain way? And how, yet again, is your role of perception fundamental in that process? All right, now you have here the Eight of Pentacles upright, overlaying the World upright, overlaying the Emperor upright, the Two of Wands upright, and the Fool upright. we understand that we're working towards an objective, yes. Okay, but again, there is this preparation for clarifying why for ourselves and for others in a very public way. Why are we doing what we're doing? And it's like, I'm no longer going to show up, I'm here to show face. It is a matter of making very clear what my objective is underneath it all. I'm hearing the embers of light. What awakens? I'm hearing my pride. Why I take pride in what I'm doing. Why what I create I feel resembles me in a certain way. And I'm hearing I want to give principle to that. I want to give value to that. I want that to be the focus. The mind's eye vision, be the focus. I'm hearing even when people perceive, I'm hearing me and my work for a number of you and what I create. So for a number of you, I'm getting specifically, this is you on the job. Okay, and it's kind of like, right, if you look at the spider, it's sort of like, spider is held in suspension, right? Working, like a busy bee, okay? Almost like it's like a factory line sort of work, right? So maybe routine, okay, sort of routine work that's being done here. But there is, at the same time, a spotlight on the spider as the creator within the context that it creates. And the spider is looking up at the lion on the strength card. I'm hearing for consolation. There is a recognition yet again that there's movement in the third dimension, that there's creation in the third dimension, that we participate in a physical reality in a certain way. But yet again, you're no longer, you may still be operating in this paradigm in a certain way, but their emphasis is almost like I'm going commando with my physical expectation of what I create. I'm awakening to divine higher purpose. I'm hearing that for a number of you on, yet again, what I create before I create it. And it's almost as if, right, the physicality of what you create is at the mercy of the principle of why you're creating it. So beautiful, Cancer, so beautiful. And the world is filled with possibility. In that moment where you realize it's not about the world. It's not about yet again, the third dimensional experience. It's a matter of where I take myself through my mind's eye vision. And that redefines the paradigm that I operate in and through. It redefines the way that I even see and perceive, and yet again, I'm getting the modality that I perceive through of the context of my work, the frame of my work, my understanding of my own work, my understanding of myself as a key player in that, and my understanding of what is a byproduct of frequency that I hold. That is my objective. And others may not realize this. Others may not understand this. It's very much, I'm hearing a knight in shiner act. A knight in shining armor act. And I'm envisioning a knight on a horse in the dark. And it's almost as if, yes, you are making the movement forward. Yes, yet again, you're creating. But the grounds that I'm hearing the wheels of your wagon can recognize as home. can only be felt beneath the earth. What takes me where I take myself is just an understanding. I'm hearing a pact that I hold with myself, is a feeling. And even if nobody's there to watch how I do it, to watch when I do it, to acknowledge, to, I'm hearing namesake, to clarify, to confirm, to say, here's a sticker, you did it. I understand that I'm hearing the movement is ours. I'm hearing that for a number of you, and I'm hearing the movement is mine. Okay, but specifically there is a duality here, and I'm getting that specifically as I zero in on this sodalite stone, which speaks to water energy, is very meditative energy, very much so. There is a desire to feel what we do in a completely different way. And there is an unconventionality to it. I will say that, Cancer, absolutely. And there is as well a focus on what has contributed to bring us to the state of clarification yet again, in an extroverted way of what, I'm here to show and tell, what does it for us? What we hold emotional value for. I'm hearing sentimentalism, and how that impacts the physicality of what role these emotions play in our day-to-day world. I'm hearing in our engagements, okay, in our daily life, habit patterns, routines. And there is a physical dimension to it, absolutely. You've got the Emperor, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, you've got the Two of Wands, two twos here in both of these stacks, mirroring one another. I'm hearing what takes me, not just where I want to go, but what takes me higher. Okay, so there's sort of ascension energy here as I'm feeling, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So, Cancer, yet again, the creative principles that mark this new beginning are, I'm hearing wholly, I'm hearing soundly created by your own vision of what comes, I'm hearing before, and what comes next. So there's a focus here on place and time. There's a focus on the lineage of the conception of a thought. I'm hearing the ember of light, the intention, the desire to create, and how that expression moves through varying forms of existence, and how that's remained true in a certain way. How it has I'm hearing it's like, and I'm seeing it as sort of a spiral of energy. Okay, how it has remained, I'm hearing pure in impure form. Through time, through space, and I'm hearing wagon wheels. Excuse me, Cancer. Grab a sip of water. How it has remained, I'm hearing unadulterated, where I recognize it. I recognize the feeling of feeling it. I'm hearing so close to me, of feeling it in me. I'm hearing being me, where I'm hearing am me. And I'm feeling this sort of pressure in the crown chakra. There's I'm hearing opening of access ways, and I'm getting Akashic records for a number of you that's coming through. So there is a sort of expansive energy here as I'm feeling it for you, Cancer, to what a certain purpose may have been, to the paradigm through which we have been operating. And there is a new beginning here. Absolutely with that. The focus is on the vision seeking. I want to pull Celtic Cross here for you to see what energies come through. If the cards permit, they do choose. So let's flow with it and see what comes. I'm hearing ground value for you. Ground value for you, okay. The Ten of Swords upright, overlaying a very thick stack of cards. I'm going to shuffle. You have here the Empress. This is Aries' card in the Major Arcana, the number 3. Horizontally laid with the card of Pisces. Horizontally laid as well. Right beneath this Ten of Swords, you may be working with, dealing with, speaking of, speaking for, I'm hearing as well. On behalf of, okay, and I'm hearing parties. This may be legal for a number of you. An Aries, an individual with a lot of, I'm hearing also air in their chart, okay, but fire in their chart, and a Pisces individual, an individual with a lot of Pisces in their chart. They're maybe thinking, no, it's your wit's end, okay, about also the cycle, the procession of what may come, but there is a finalization to this, absolutely. Ten of Swords upright. There is sort of, I'm hearing a cookie in the cracker chest, okay? There's a nail in the coffin, so to speak, in terms of how we have been, I'm hearing perpetuating, how we have been angled, geared to perceive. I'm hearing the byproduct of our work. I'm hearing that specifically for a number of you. You have the Daughter of Swords upright, right beneath the Ten of Swords. We understand where we stand now, very clearly. We understand where we stand in relation to perhaps a certain individual. I'm hearing parties yet again that speak to perhaps an individual with air, I'm hearing air again, and you have the Daughter of Swords, with fire in their chart, perhaps Aries prominently placed, and Pisces. And or it could be speaking to matters of creation, birth as well. Okay, you have the Eight of Swords horizontally laid right beneath the Ten of Swords, right above this Daughter of Swords, where there is now clarification where we stand in relation to a certain, I'm hearing yet again, parties. There's a recognition that, yet again, perception is everything. And how we perceive ourselves, perceiving is the nucleus of the change. Okay, now let me see what fell on the ground. It is the Son of Pentacles upright. Okay, on the ground with a number of cards that flipped as well, but they are unseen. They are upside down. I don't see what they are, and they're fairly thick stacks. So I'm going to shuffle more and pull a Celtic Cross to see what comes through here. But you have the Son of Pentacles upright. There is a certain adamance, there is a certain formidability to, I'm hearing a certain resurfacing act, and I'm getting Scorpio specifically with the Son of Pentacles. There may be an individual who, and I'm getting specifically, this is for a number of you, an individual with perhaps Scorpio, okay, or Capricorn, Taurus, who is incredibly intuitive. If it's an earth sign, they are incredibly intuitive. Somebody who is able to see through every shape and form. I'm hearing of a nuance. I'm hearing of a square. They're able to see form through form. Okay, they're able to bypass, surpass, I'm hearing frequency of matter. They're able to see, I'm hearing value in every place and time. Okay, here's Scorpio's card, the Death card, upright, overlaying the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, sandwiched by the Devil in reverse, overlaying the Ace of Cups upright, and the Son of Cups in reverse. You then have the Strength card upright on the other stack that sandwiches the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Death card upright. The Strength card coming through for you again, overlaying the Ten of Pentacles in reverse again. The Daughter of Pentacles, I said Son of Pentacles, and maybe a duo here. I'm hearing Train of Thought. Daughter of Pentacles upright, mirroring the Strength card. The Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, there has been a premonition. There's been a sort of awakening. There's been a clarity of the direction that we want to move in and the direction that we can move in, but is not going to move us deeper and further into a state of transformation of what is an ideal, but not just an idealized form of creation, but what is a form of resonance. And so where the perceptive nature and quality that has played a certain part in that role, in that role that creation plays in the third dimension, has been transfigured. Okay, there has been a transfiguration of the way that we perceive matters of success. I'm getting that as well for a number of you very strongly. Matters of creation, okay, creativity, of matters of success. We realize that again, the role that we play for ourselves, into ourselves, I'm hearing is every bit as justified. Holds us in a state of perpetual I'm hearing translation for a number of you, and transformation. So channeling may be a focus here for a number of you, specifically, excuse me, if you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, okay, excuse me, again, something with the voice here, Cancer, perhaps, something about speaking, not speaking, right? Perhaps channeling it again. I'm zeroing in on sodalite, which is a highly meditative stone. There, I'm hearing refraining from action, refraining from thought. There is seeing, though. I'm getting specifically, there's a focus on seeing, okay, and specifically vision. So vision seeking. And if this is so, there's a privatized aspect to this, which I'm hearing is necessary. And it's almost as if the more I incubate, the more I insulate my cause, I'm hearing, my thoughts that I can't think, that I can't rationalize, that I can't acknowledge as trains of thought and thinking, but that stand to represent my mind's eye voice. I'm hearing, I bring with me, I bring forth in this show of presence. So what I'm getting for you, and I'm hearing Scorpio again for you, Cancer, I'm getting that it's almost as if there is, yet again, an extroversion to whatever it is that you're doing. And it's almost like you're showing up, okay, you're a human, okay, in the third dimension, others perceive you. I'm here in the act. But that doesn't forsake you feeling you in that same state, I'm hearing, of resonance. What you feel, okay, forms the variables for and through which you understand, I'm hearing, reclaim your power, okay, through which you acknowledge what it is that is a form of creation that is tangible, but that doesn't constrict your ability to continually follow that, I'm hearing, loose thread to find deeper meaning in what you create. And there's a desire here, there's a recognition for growth. There's a recognition that we hold a certain, I'm hearing occult, okay, power. There's a certain collective awareness. There's a shred, I'm hearing also, of clarity that is formed when we hold no expectation, we hold no value upon what holds meaning. And it's the sheer transformational quality to our knowing that then is the focus. even if we're still operating in the third dimension, even if we're still, I'm hearing high and by, even if we're still upholding certain conversations, there is a level, there's a dimension through which we are feeling ourselves silently. I'm hearing refraining from excess. I'm hearing refraining from banter, where we are engaged with ourselves at the very same time. And maintaining that connection is the beginning here of rekindling a certain spark. Now, the devil in reverse, the Son of Cups in reverse, sandwiching the Ace of Cups upright. You have the Three of Swords mirroring this Ace of Cups, Three of Swords upright. There may have been, I'm getting this specifically for a number of you, in the past, there may have been a certain situation that was logical, that made sense on paper, that clarified things in a certain way emotionally, not because they clarified how you feel about them, but because they made clear otherwise emotional matters. There's the recognition that emotions, I'm hearing, are not crystal clear. They're not to be determined. They're not to be read and acknowledged on a piece of paper. How I feel about them is what holds, is what remains, is my singular truth and value for them. And I'm hearing it's time, it's a matter of time that my emotions speak for me. Okay, so there's a focus, absolutely, Cancer, on finding our emotional consciousness in such a way where I'm hearing it's not held in pending, stagnant. I'm hearing it's actualized, it's implemented. What we feel becomes a realistic, clarifying projection. It becomes an asset, and I'm hearing emotional assets. So there may be an individual, you pulled the Father of Cups, Son of Cups, you pulled both of these characters. They were both sort of impending, Son of Cups in reverse, Father of Pentacles sort of, again, right, impending at the top of the spread. There may, for a number of you, there may be an individual with a lot of water in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, as a moon sign, as a Venus sign, as a rising sign, as I'm hearing a midheaven sign as well, who I'm hearing is no longer. I'm hearing is no longer with us. I'm hearing that for a number of you. Perhaps in a professional way as well. You have the Son of Cups mirroring the Devil in reverse, Capricorn's card, speaking of career finances. For a number of you, I'm getting that this is your own engagement in how it is that you utilize your emotions, your propensity to feel, how that propensity serves you and your work. It's a complete shifting of the paradigm of how we mark and make our progress in the third dimension in a very concrete way. So it's not necessarily, yet again, forsaking necessarily how we exist through what we create. At the same time, we realize, okay, there may be an energetic component to what we create. There may be a spiritual component to what we make, but it still thrives as well in the third dimension. I'm hearing just as much. Okay, now let's see if the Celtic Cross comes through for you. I almost said Capricorn. Okay, as I was flipping the Son of Pentacles over, so there may be a Capricorn individual involved as well for a number of you, but let's see what comes through. Cancer. Getting there may have been indecision, okay, on how to go about a certain emotional matter. I'm in testy waters. A question of not what, but how, okay, and why. You have here another stack that wants to come through, and I just split it. You have here again strength, okay, in reverse this time around, the Ten of Pentacles upright, but a duo that very much seems to be connected here, the vision and the manifestation of the vision in the third dimension. I'm hearing creative assets and resources for a number of you. You have then another thick stack here, the Six of Cups upright, overlaying the Son of Swords in reverse, the Temperance card upright, mirroring the Six of Cups upright, the Hierophant upright, mirroring the Son of Swords in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse, mirroring Temperance, Justice, okay, upright, mirroring the Hierophant. Okay, strong focus on the Six of Cups card. I'm getting that this is an experience from the past through the past into the future in the current state that ideologically, if anything, is being targeted. I'm hearing in a streamlined way where we are making measurable progress and movement towards clarifying what has been an entanglement. Okay, an emotional entanglement, perhaps a legal entanglement for a number of you. What has remained, what has been left to remain, to grow, to infiltrate our cause. What has been unsatisfactory as well that we've been just waiting to transmute. Specifically as it pertains to matters of partnership, of creation, of creativity, of collaboration. For a number of you, this may be a relationship. I'm hearing parenting specifically for a number of you, and there may be a legal component to it, and or an individual with air in their chart, and or a Sagittarius. Okay, you have the Hierophant, Taurus card. There is, I'm hearing a dynamic future ahead, okay, a dynamic future ahead. If there is a partnership in question, this is specifically for a number of you, a partnership in question, you recognize that it is not a matter of upholding the partnership any longer. It's not a matter of upholding, I'm hearing refraining from our expectation that we hold for a partnership. It's a matter of how and what remains as a reality for us emotionally. No matter what that means within the context of the paradigm of partnerships. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm feeling signifies for, I'm hearing, the collective, I'm hearing, for everyone, for us all, for certain societies, for certain societal groups. It's a matter of, yet again, my independence in that partnership as an emotional being. And I can feel just as much as anyone else, but what I feel may be, right, very, very, I'm hearing challenging to the status quo as well. I'm hearing that for a number of you. What I'm feeling may confound certain expectations of what feeling should feel like. And there's a change to that, Cancer. I'm hearing blasphemous. There's a change to the way that we acknowledge emotionalism and our value for emotions, the focus of emotions. Within the context of creation and manifestation, we realize that the emotional side of the story is let me put it like this. How we engage, how we give of ourselves in every situation. I'm hearing dynamic partnerships for a number of you. I'm getting this pulsating feeling on my left pointer finger. There's a realization that we give of ourselves so very much. And if you have a lot of Cancer in your chart, of course, right, so many factors go into play, but that propensity is focused very much so. How to give. The focus and the thinking is how to give of ourselves. How can we be of help? But there's a realization that everything that we give, I'm hearing, is everything that we get. How we give is how we get. And again, I'm feeling this pulsating feeling on my pointer finger on my left hand. What we receive, I'm hearing, from the universe in abundance is what I'm hearing refrain from giving. Cancer. I'm hearing dotted line and I'm hearing bloodline. Okay, specifically with this Two of Cups, Father of Cups, and the Son of Swords. But, and I'm feeling this sort of tinge in my left side of my neck. But Cancer, there's a focus on the give and the take, but the recognition that there is a certain creative principle to what it is that we want to bring into form that is dependent upon our vision, and to give that to ourselves, the satisfaction, I'm hearing, of learning, of acknowledging the presence of this dream, finding it in its many varying forms, requires of us in a certain way to refrain from contributing to the reality that we realize is not, I'm hearing, stable grounds for bringing this dream into form. And you realize, I am an asset. I am a resource. I hold value for me. And how I give of myself energetically is of impending focus. Because everywhere that I give of myself, in every instance, is a measure and an act of success. And what is it that I want to nurture? What is it that I want to contribute to? What is it that I want to help flourish? And I realize that my vision stands. And I realize that I care about it. I'm hearing very strongly, you care about something. Very much so, Cancer. I'm hearing, this is very much me. This is very much me. There's a comfort zone here. There's something that you feel very comfortable with in terms of a direction that you're moving in. It could be a topic. It could be, I'm hearing, an area of life. There is something that you want to give your attention to. You realize that. And you realize now, well, okay, the things that I used to give my attention to that perhaps, yes, okay, it was a give and take in a certain way, but did it contribute to my grander vision? Did it contribute to, I'm hearing, the scheme of the world I understand I'm moving into? And you're getting very, very, very tight with that. Very tight with that, Cancer. Okay, the recognition of energetic, I'm hearing, interplay is very much strong here. And meditation may be a focus for you, as well as a focus on frequency. Okay, so thank you so very much, Cancer, for tuning in. Love and light to you all. Thank you all so very much for your support. And I'll be back soon with the mid-month reading for December. Stay tuned for those. By the time this video is recorded, they should be available to order. So feel free to click the link below in the description box that I provide to get details on that. All right. Love and light to you all again. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to your December readings. Quick announcements here just as we close out. As a reminder for those of you, the mid-month readings are going to be the same sort of protocol as the last few months have been, October and November. So as of yet, once this video goes live, you should see that on the website, the mid-December readings are available then for purchase. Okay, so the link is in the bio description box below. You can just click that, or you can go to alchemyinu.com and find it there. There should be a banner at the top of the website, and that will take you to purchase the signs of your choosing. All right. Thank you all so very much again for your support. I appreciate that. And for those of you who purchase, okay, the mid-month readings, note that they will be released to you via email, the email that is associated with your PayPal address on the 11th, okay, Monday, December 11th. Of course, this is going to be EST time, okay? So it may permeate in time for a number of you. But if you've got any questions, if you don't receive it, I have a chat box link on the website, Alchemy and You. You can click that and chat me directly for any technical questions and the like, okay? Also, please check your spam box because sometimes the emails go there. And a few viewers mentioned that they went to their spam at the last round of the mid-month reading. So thank you so much again, all of you, for your support. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.